Hi, um, thank you for clicking on my video. My name is Daniel, and this is my channel, My Stoma My Way. And as you can probably tell from the title of the video, I just wanted to briefly kind of just talk about what a stoma and what a colostomy is. So, check this out. So that is what a stoma, what a colostomy is. Um, so a little bit what I want to talk about was how mine looks and feels, and a little bit about how I'm adjusting to those things. So, first off, how it looks. Well, if you haven't looked up any pictures of it or Googled it by now, I'll describe it to you. I do not have any plans to show anyone my stoma. um, I think eventually I will as part of the process, because there is, I guess, that shame there in some way. Um, I don't know if I'm describing it right, but yes. Um, and kind of how I think about it is it's kind of like my new butthole. I mean, right? I mean, I still have my butthole. Um, but by the way, you need to be comfortable with some of these terms and how I'm going to be speaking, because I'm not trying to sound like some educational, this is not some medical channel. This is not me, really kind of trying to educate you on what a stoma is and how, like medically, I'm a professional. This is my personal, um, um, life and dealing with this. And so don't, there's not going to be many links and pictures and diagrams and procedures. Like I want to give everyone a decent enough picture, um, but it's not a medical channel. So let me just say that. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's kind of like my new butthole, right? So people don't walk around showing their butthole, so why am I gonna just put it on video? Um, is kind of one way of thinking about it. But that's not really the case. And I'm trying to get myself to be more comfortable with this, and not to be ashamed and feel less than, or less than a man, or less than a gay man. That's something that is going to be really talked about, because I feel as a gay person, there are, especially in the gay community, amongst the gay males, what that's kind of looked at. It's not. There's not a this community, not that I'm aware about. So if anyone knows of this, if a gay ostomate community, please let me know. Um, but so yeah, it's interesting. It's a big adjustment. It's something that I'm doing so much better in accepting and learning to like and appreciate my stoma, and how it's changing my life in a positive way. You know, um, there are some negatives, obviously, and there's some. I'm so going through this. There's a lot of things I haven't experienced yet, like traveling with this thing, flying with this thing. Um, I want to go eventually go back to a beach at some point. Like, uh, you know, how that's gonna be like, how I want to feel about that. Am I gonna take off my shirt? Just all those things, simple things. You might think are stupid. What's the big deal? People walk around with no, missing arms and limbs, and it's, whatever. We all have our bad, but for me, it's very hard, and this is my way of dealing with it. So, but yeah, it's not something. There's no sensation to it. You don't feel it. It doesn't. It's not like if you were to touch it, you're really gonna feel it. So there's no pain involved as the stoma itself is concerned. With me, I have to be careful still. Still healing, and I still have sutures, and some have came out, and yeah. So there's that. And so as far as how does it look, color wise, well, it should be like a pink or a cherry red, and that's kind of exactly how mine looks. So I know it looks fine there, color wise. One of the things that I don't remember them telling me was that to expect it changes in size. Generally, it decreases in size. So like in the hospital, it might be the size of a dollar coin, and over time it's gonna shrink down to maybe a 50-cent piece, or no. There's several different dollar coins. So I'm not talking about the dollar coins that are like the Sacagawea, like the quarter size ones. Those like the bigger ones. That's way too big too. I'm not trying to give you this idea of like this ginormous fucking, this ginormous freaking monster. But you get the idea. But over time it began to shrink. So as you're fitting your appliance on it, you have to measure it and make sure it fits properly or the best as you can. So you don't really want to pre-cut your wafers or anything like that. That would just be dumb, because when you open it, no one would probably do that. But so yeah, it changes sizes. Depending on how I'm sitting, standing. I've noticed if I'm changing it and it's out, meaning the bag is off my body, and I'm changing the appliance. I've moved around. I've tried different techniques or different areas of my house, just trying to get comfortable with doing it if I needed to be in a different situation. And I've noticed whether I'm sitting or standing will change the way it looks. If I'm standing, it tends to want to come out more, and say hi. If I'm sitting, it's less out, but it's still out. If I'm laying down, just relaxed. And there have been times when I was laying down when it was being changed out, either because I was just out of the hospital, so I couldn't stand yet. And when the home nurses would come in, I'd be laying down, and it's just easier for them to change it. It would be pretty flesh to my body, so it wouldn't really come out at all. It would kind of shrink down in size. I'm trying to think of what those sea urchins or whatever, at the beach, and when they're hanging out and they're kind of opened up, and then as soon as it comes by, they kind of close down. It's kind of like that. It just kind of it changes. It's an organ. It moves. So yeah. I think maybe at a later time, when I go into a little bit about the surgery and my experience in the hospital, and when I was there, I did take some pictures of myself, just for loved ones, or my partner, and just this is what I look like. There's some intense, gross pictures, and even before surgery, there's some pictures that I have of just how extended my stomach was and how I looked. But that would be at a later time. I don't want to put out all my shame all at once. So that's about it for this video. I do want to say that I'm hoping to improve the quality of my videos very soon. I'm working on it. It's obviously it's about what I'm saying, I think, is most important, but I definitely want to give everyone something decent to look at and to be able to properly hear me. So stick around. I hope to improve the quality of my content very soon. So yeah. And for my next video, I wanted to talk about something a little less serious, and talk about my first embarrassing story with my stoma at work, which I think is kind of funny. So I look forward to sharing that with you guys, and hopefully I'm able to make you laugh about it, because I surprisingly thought it was funnier than upsetting. So yeah, thanks for stopping by. Bye.